What is up, my gorgeous glam bots? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Zoe, and for those of you who are returning viewers, welcome back. Alrighty, you guys, I know I look like shit right now. Sorry, you guys have to see this, and if you guys don't subscribe, I will not blame you. But we're doing a foundation test today. This is my natural skin, bare skin and everything. Now for those of you who have followed me, know that I do struggle a lot with acne. So we'll see how this foundation works, you guys. But before we go ahead and continue with the video, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It's as easy as hitting the little subscribe button and the notification bell so you guys are aware of when I upload videos, which is Wednesdays and Sundays. And also, if you do not follow me on my social medias, please do not be afraid to follow me on my social medias, which are going to be listed right over here. Follow me on both my cosmetics line and my personal social medias. That way you guys get a chance to enter giveaways when I do giveaways. But without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into this foundation, concealer, and actually a beauty sponge as well review. Alrighty, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. So today, the foundations that I'm going to be reviewing, it is going to be the Makeup Revolution London Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, which is this one right over here. So if you guys can see right there, and my camera focuses. And then we're going to be reviewing the concealer. Also, this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. And then we're going to go ahead and mix up the primers as well, because I've been using a mattifying primer by Wet n Wild. But we're also going to be reusing the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix Mattifying Concealer, Mattifying Primer, and the Pore Blur and Prime Primer. So it's these babies right over here as well. So before we do that, you guys, I did purchase this sponge right over here. So this is by Super Sponge. This sponge, apparently, it's going to save 4 times the makeup, limits germs, and stays clean. So this is cruelty free and latex free. So this sponge, we're going to go ahead and review it and do a little bit of comparison on how it works with a Morphe brush, which is one of my favorite brushes to use. Also, I do use the Morphe Jeffree Star sponge to apply my foundation, and I find that it works really good with my foundations. But I'm so excited to test these out to see if they work. Let's jump into primer. So for primer, I am going to go ahead and use the Conceal and Fix Mattifying Primer by Makeup Revolution, which is this one right over here. And we're going to go ahead and place it all over my face. Now, I did moisturize my face already. I did use the Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Moisturizer in Pink Grapefruit. And also, I did use the Creme Shop Overnight Treatment Watermelon Hydrating and Glowing Mask. Oh my god, you guys, let me tell you something. My face looked worse than this. I've been doing hydrating masks and stuff like that just to try to help my skin better. And since I am doing YouTube, I do want to start doing more like foundation reviews for you guys. So I feel kind of uncomfortable right now that you guys see me in my bare skin. But I do want to fix my skin so I can do more foundation reviews for you guys. So enough about that, you guys. Let's jump into this primer. Now I am going to be using the amount of primer that I usually use, which is like about a pump and a half. And we're going to put it all over our face.
Sorry ass DJ.
Now this primer doesn't have a scent at all. It feels like it's really nice and soft on my skin. It definitely feels mattifying. So I don't mind it. I usually use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in Matte, which is this one right over here, and it's very affordable. And so I want to see if I like this one as well. So the concealer does retail for $5.99 at Ulta. Now I purchased these foundations and concealers and the primers at Ulta. So they do retail for $5.99, this one right over here, and it does come with 1.05 fluid ounces. And it says it's a shine-free makeup base with salicylic acid. That's all it says. It's cruelty-free and vegan. It has a 12-month shelf life. So, yeah, you guys, so that's what that is. Because I do have larger pores around my cheek area, I am going to go in with a Pore Blur Primer, which is this one right over here. Now, this one retails for $8, and now this one says that it's a blurring primer, and it is also cruelty-free and vegan, and this one comes with 0.95 fluid ounces. Okay, so this one kind of reminds me of the No Pore Blem by Benefit. I don't know if I'm butchering that name, guys, sorry. So this is kind of like a skin tone. So we're gonna place it right over here. See if that does anything with my huge pores. And just like the other one, you guys, this one does not have a scent at all, so that's very good. Okay, you guys, so now I'm very excited to jump into this, to try out this sponge, the super sponge. I have tried a lot of like different sponges throughout my makeup journey, I guess. And the one that I really am in love with is the Jeffree Star X Morphe sponge. It is like very soft, but still like very, I don't know, like it feels really nice on the skin. But unfortunately I had to order two because my doggy decided to chew one up when I first moved in with my boyfriend. And yeah, he decided to chew it up, so I had to buy another one. And just recently I received them in the mail when I placed my orders for all my palettes that I've been reviewing. So now I'm very excited that I have my Morphe. So here's another one that I ordered too. It's the new one, just in case he decides to chew this one up as well. But I am excited to review this one right. So we've reimagined the limits of makeup application. Introducing Silly Fusion, our new and improved coating infused over a marshmallow soft sponge core. The new Super Sponge is our most stain resistant and makeup extending sponge yet. Every Super Sponge includes a complimentary scrubber and drying stand, which have been integrated into our state-of-the-art reusable packaging. So it says that it's stain resistant, ultra hygienic, super soft, more expansion, stand and scrubber, and it does 4 times coverage of foundation. So basically what this is saying, that you're going to be using less foundation, so making your foundation last longer. So this is the cute little packaging right here, you guys, and it is super cute. It is all acrylic except for the bottom part. It is a little bit of like a rubbery sponge, rubbery kind of plastic, and it is a cleaner, they say. So apparently you use this bottom part right here to clean out the sponge. But this is what it looks like. And this is the sponge. Now I got two. I got the pink one and the purple one. So this is what the sponge looks like. It is very interesting actually because this top part feels very rubbery. And then down here, they left a sponge to basically blend out whatever, like, if you put way too much product in there on your skin. So I'm going to go ahead and wet this up, and then we'll jump into the foundation application and see how this super sponge works. Alright you guys, so it did grow a little bit. It feels really nice and soft. I'm actually really loving how this feels. It feels promising. So now we're going to go into the foundation, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the color F7.5, which is this right here. And let's give her a little bit of a shake. So on this half I am going to use the brush, the sponge, I'm sorry, and then on this half I am going to use the brush, the Morphe. So I use 2 brushes to apply foundation. I use the Morphe M6, which is this one right over here, and I also use the Morphe N439, which is this one right here. So it's a little bit of like a dome brush, and this one's more of like a flat brush. So I'm going to use this one to apply the foundation on this side, and then I'm going to use the super sponge to blend out this side. So now this foundation does retail for $12, which is a little bit more pricey than what I'm used to. One of my all-time favorite to-go foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in the color Desert Beige, which is this one right over here. And also, now I've been really into the... What is this one? This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 220, which is this one right over here. And they're both under the $8 mark. So, this one's a little bit of a splurge for me, guys. I know it's not super expensive, but it's a little expensive for me. So I'm going to go ahead and apply right over here. And I'm thinking that this color is a little too light for me, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so let's bounce, you guys. Alright, you guys, so there you go. That is the application of one half of my face. So I am kind of like iffy about this foundation. I did have to go in 2 more times, but then again, I'm used to like more foundation and like the sponges and stuff. I think this sponge actually like really threw me off a little bit, just because it was feeling a little bit like, I don't know, it felt good, it feels good, and it spread out the product beautifully on my skin. But it's definitely gonna take some getting used to. It didn't really absorb any of my foundation. It's all sitting on top. So we'll see when I wash it off and clean it off, and I'll show you guys once I do that. But the foundation so far, it feels really good. It feels really nice on my skin. It feels very lightweight, but you guys can see the clear difference. It is very full coverage, and actually this tone is not way off. Sometimes I think I'm darker than what I really am. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of redness, I have acne, I have like scarring and stuff like that, discoloration and stuff, so it really did do a good job. Let me zoom you guys in real quick. So as you guys can see, it really did cover up a lot of like the imperfections that I have. So here you guys can see the real side. I'm so sorry. But on this side, you guys can see like it really did cover up a lot. So now I'm going to try out the foundation with the brush on this side. So I am going to go in with the Morphe M6. I am going to go ahead and place some foundation on this side using the same foundation. And then we'll blend it out. Okay, so very quick, you guys, before I go ahead and add more foundation, I feel like I did place the exact same amount on both sides, but let me zoom you guys in real quick. I don't know if you guys can see that with the brush, right around this area right here, it did shear out, and then like right around here, it didn't cover much, over here either. So I am going to add a little bit more, and then keep on blending and see what happens. Okay, you guys, so now let me zoom you guys in. So this half right here was with the Super Sponge, just right over here, and I actually really love how this one dispersed it better. And then this side was with the Morphe M6, I'm sorry. Now, as you guys can see, this brush did absorb a lot of the product, but I mean, it is a brush and you expect that with brushes. And the sponge is kind of like sitting up there, right there, just like on the product, on the sponge, on the silicone part. So I did find it, the foundation specifically, I did find that I had to blend more with the brush side, but once again, because the brush is absorbing a lot of that product. And one thing about the foundation real quick, it is kind of creasing, because I haven't set it or anything, it is kind of creasing on my fine lines on my forehead. My Wet n Wild doesn't do that, but it does feel very mattifying. If you're sensitive to smell, I would not recommend you guys using this foundation, just because it does smell a lot like chemicals. I don't know if it's vegan or not, It says it's cruelty-free and vegan, so a lot of the chemical smell comes from, like, it's just the natural smell, I guess. So, I don't know, I'm really liking how it's looking. It did cover up a lot. It did dry up my face does look a little bit dry. So, we'll see how it wears throughout the video, you guys. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into the concealer. Now, one of my favorite concealers in the entire world now is the Jeffree Star's Magic Star Concealer. This is in C10. Oh my god, you guys. I just got this in the mail and I literally just switched to this. I do not use anything else other than this. Just the packaging alone is gorgeous. But before that, I was using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, Photo Focus Concealer. It's somewhere in the drawer over there. And my camera is not focusing. And also, I was using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, which is this one right over here. But today we're going to go ahead and give the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite a try. Concealer, a try. So this is in C6. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and blend out this side with a brush and this side with a sponge. So let's get to concealing, you guys.
Sorry ass DJ.
Well, that's a beautiful concealer, you guys. That literally, like, just brightened up my under eye and concealed a lot. That is so cool. I do have a little bit of, like, darkness in the inner corner of my eye, the bottom, and you can't see it at all. So let's go ahead and blend out with a brush on the other side.
Sorry ass DJ.
Oh, okay, so this is why I love doing these kind of like tests, you guys, like sponges versus brushes. The brush did give me like kind of like an airbrush finish on this side, and I'm really loving how it looks over here. It is the same exact coverage as you guys can see, but I really am liking the brush better on this side. Not that the sponge did a horrible job. The sponge did a really beautiful job of blending it out as well. But personally, I prefer the brush side better. I went and go ahead and put concealer on my nose, my T-zone right here, and on my chin, just to highlight it a little bit. And I did go ahead and use the sponge for that, and I really liked it. The weird thing is though, so I'm thinking that just with water, it's just gonna come off. So we'll see in a minute. So I want to test the versatility of this sponge. I want to see if I can set my under eyes with powder, and for that we are going to go in with my all-time favorite that I've been using for years now. It's the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This one is a naturally neutral, and we're going to use the sponge to set it, you guys. I usually use this little puff here, but we'll see if the sponge will pick up some powder there. Alright, guys, so the sponge did a really good job of picking up powder and setting it right there. As you guys can see, I'm like really set. So yeah, the sponge is doing really good, you guys. Let me go ahead and let this bake for a couple of minutes, and then I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and dusted off all the bake, and then I did add a little bit of translucent powder from NYX Cosmetics, the HD Finishing Powder. One thing that I'm noticing with this foundation is that it's kind of like, I've never had this issue ever in my entire life. Around the nose, it's kind of like cracking and separating a little bit. And up here, it like, I don't know, it's accentuating a lot of lines that I did not know I had. My under eye looks very, very dry. It looks very cakey. And the lines, oh my god. My lines are like showing so bad, you guys. Let me go ahead and do that real quick, and I will be right back all glammed up and crazied out, and I do not know what look I'm going to come back with, but I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so I'm back. I did go ahead and create this beautiful look with the Conspiracy Palette by Jeffree Star. So this video is going to be up probably next week or Sunday. But I do want to come back and tell you guys how my foundation is feeling. Now, one thing that my Photo Focus foundation doesn't do, it doesn't crease my fine lines up here. Now, I know I don't have any filler up there, but it doesn't accentuate my lines or anything like that. And what I'm noticing with this one, is that it dries out really weird. Like it like right there it came apart right on my fine lines. It looks really cakey and dusty on top. Then around there, it did crack up right there, and it looks very cracky and very dry. Also my under eyes, on my nose, right down here. I don't know, this foundation is super weird, you guys. It's showing off a lot of my texture when other foundations actually like hide the texture. So I don't know if it was the foundation or the primer or what it was, but this foundation, I'm gonna definitely return it because it doesn't work for me. And it's actually giving me a little bit of oiliness still, but it's weird because it's giving me oiliness on parts that are not oily, and then it's very matte on parts that are very like oily on my skin. So it's weird. It's a weird foundation. So because I am using a Makeup Revolution, I did want to go ahead and use the Makeup Revolution matte in the color Vow, which is this beautiful color right here, which I am going to continue using on my channel because I do love those lipsticks. They're not sticky at all, and I have some on my teeth. And they're not sticky at all, and they're not lifting, they're not drying. They feel really nice and soft and good on my lips. But the foundation, you guys, just killed it for me. Like, it didn't work for me. It doesn't feel good on my face. So, but yeah, you guys, the sponge. Oh my god, which is the main event. The sponge I'm going to continue using just because it is such a good sponge. It did take less product. Now, I'm going to try it out with my actual foundations that I actually use a lot. And I'm going to see how much less product I use. So this sponge, you guys, if you guys can get your hands on it, they're only $20, which is what a beauty blender actually costs. And yeah, so if you guys can get your hands on that, I'm going to leave a link below where you guys can buy them. But anyways, you guys, that concludes our look today and our try on and in our little experiment here that we did. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up because it does help me with the algorithm and it puts my video out there for other people to watch. So please, if you guys really do like this video, go ahead and just give it a thumbs up real quick. And also, don't forget to follow me on my social medias, which are going to be listed right over here. Follow me on my Instagram and on both my Instagrams, because we are having 2 separate giveaways. On my cosmetics line, I am having a 2K giveaway, and on my personal YouTube Instagram, I'm having a 1.5K giveaway. So please do not forget to follow me on my social medias. With that said, you guys, I love you, my gorgeous glam bots. Hashtag that one, please. Also hashtag ZBGlam and ZBAlien. And Alien Glam, I'm sorry. And yeah, you guys, see you guys on my next video. Mwah. Besos, you guys. See you soon. Bye.